Now, let's look back at the text. He says, moreover, when you fast. So we're all under agreement that we're all supposed to fast. Jesus has approved of us fasting. Now he's telling us what not to do. He says, be not as the hypocrites of a sad countenance, for they disfigure their faces that they may appear unto man to fast. Okay, now check this out. Be as not the hypocrites. And this is similar to what Christ has already said in the previous text of scripture. He calls out the hypocrites. Now, when we went over the hypocrites, it comes from the Greek word hypokros. And literally what it means is it's an actor, a stage player. It's one who wears a mask, right? Halloween's coming up here. It's one who wears a mask. It's somebody who says something and they does something completely else. In other words, Jesus is saying hypocrites are people who has an outward show, but they're inwardly depraved. They fail to practice what they preach, and they have the wrong heart and the wrong motive. Even though they might have the act, even though they may put forth the act of fasting, they have the wrong heart and the wrong motive. So at the beginning of his teaching, what Jesus is telling us is what not to do. He says, I want everybody to fast, but I don't want you to fast this way. Now, the question then is posed is, why are these people hypocrites? Because they were doing the fasting. They were doing the act of fasting. They were hypocrites, not because they were fasting, but because they had an outward action, but their heart was far from God. That's why. They were fasting for a show, not to be seen of people, not to hear the voice of God, not to draw closer to God, and not for the will, plan, and purpose of God to be fulfilled. Jesus was not condemning fasting, but he was condemning fasting done hypocritically or done with the wrong heart in order to gain public approval. Now, get this now, family, as we understand fasting, as we dive deeper into this, fasting is a practice that's done in both the Old Testament